Hello guys, welcome back in Goku Manhwa channel. Let's continue. Today's chapter begins in the school courtyard. Mitchell's friend hears whispers spreading around. No one understands why he never submitted even the scholarship application despite being so talented. Why? They murmur in disbelief. They say he could have easily aced the entrance test, but the boy only shakes his head and laughs quietly at all the talk. That guy is strange. To his classmate, Mitchell is unbearable. He moves as if the world bends to his choices, as if hardships and setbacks are merely minor hurdles. He behaves like the main character of a novel. The friend mutters, certain that beyond these walls reality would punish him. The striking image of Raven appears. He will regret it. He will stumble through life until everything crumbles. And he finishes with a chilling grin on his face. Hailey was suddenly summoned, her heart tightening as she followed the boy to a secluded spot. The chilly wind brushed her face, but it was the weight of his words that froze her inside. "Do you realize that Jijin's family is wealthy?" he asked, as if it were obvious. Hailey lowered her gaze, murmuring that she didn't know. Disbelief echoed in his voice. "You really don't know." He pressed on relentlessly, saying there were countless girls like her around Mitchell ready to take her place. Whether she lived happily with him or fell apart, there would always be others. His words cut like knives, trying to reduce her to nothing. When she stayed silent, he smiled with contempt. "Until the end, you truly are shameless." But he didn't stop there. Walking beside her, he delivered the final accusation. If it weren't for Hailey, Mitchell could have had an easy life. She froze in shock, but quickly regained her composure, gripping his jacket. "Don't say that." And with unexpected firmness, she lifted her head. "I will be okay. Maybe I'm not like the others, but I will still find happiness with him. I care about Mitchell too." "No," he interrupted, laughing. "You don't understand. You have no idea what he gave up because of you." He exhaled briefly, almost like a news report. "I heard he moved." "Congratulations," someone said, dryly. Cut to Mitchell carrying boxes. He examined the new place. "What is this?" "Neither above nor below street level. I had no choice but to accept what I found. I will work hard, earn a lot, and next time I swear we won't live with a window at foot level." He smiled, tired but determined. "It's a bit low, a bit narrow, a bit cold, but it's the first home I will share with Hailey." The sound of the door. Mitchell turned around. "You made it, little one." He laughed with relief. "I thought I might lose you, that you'd vanish like a shadow. If you had been a minute later, your husband would have rushed out searching for you." She tossed him her scarf, leaving him confused. He was startled when a book hit his chest. "What?" "Hey," he said firmly. "I'm upset because you didn't come for me." She didn't stop. She approached him, pushing him with her hands until she gripped his jacket tightly. Her eyes glistened with unshed tears. "Ah," Mitchell whispered, feeling the weight of her despair. She looked at him, voice trembling. "I'm hurt. How do you expect me to repay you?" "You know I can't." Tears rolled down as she continued, her voice breaking. "You could have let me live miserable, vanish alone, whatever my fate. I was always that kind of girl, just surviving until the end. Then, why? Why did you let me ruin your life?" She collapsed against his chest, sobbing. Mitchell held her firmly, cradling her head, silencing the cries. "You destroyed nothing." In the tiny makeshift home, with boxes still scattered on the floor, Mitchell reflected in silence. "You made me want to live well." He remembered he had only followed this path because he couldn't bear seeing Hailey cry. We see it in the present, then no regrets. Apparently, he was recalling those moments. Every time he managed to save a good amount of money, it seemed Hailey was either crying or had just cried. More messages showed her saying she would manage the funds, but he knew. This time wouldn't be different. "You will cry for me again. This time too." No matter what he did. That love, filled with debts, sacrifices, and renunciations, persisted. In the end, they always returned to the same place. They would always come back to their home, that suffocatingly unhappy space for both of them. Scene changes. Hailey was alone, folding clothes. She stored the garments thoughtfully. Her gaze paused on a beige scarf draped in a closet. It reminded her of him carrying bags. "I brought these. You said I could. So here they are." "I said that." I didn't think you'd actually bring them. You shouldn't have. No, it's not that. Give them here, I'll put them away. She ran her fingers over the fabric. It smelled nice, she thought. Even the clothes seemed like their owner, organized, calm, contained, exactly like having him nearby. She pressed the scarf to her chest. How this size fits him perfectly. Seeing it here, it feels enormous. Like a blanket. She hid her face in the fabric, inhaling its scent and murmured, "It's as if I could sleep beside him. I'd never need another blanket. His warmth would be enough." She blushed at her own thoughts. Better to go to sleep. She lay down, seemingly resting, but her eyes revealed unease. The emptiness beside her made her feel lonely, and a sigh escaped her lips. Suddenly, she sensed someone nearby. She turned, and to her surprise, saw Teo sitting beside her, dressed in a vest and tie, his eyes tired but fixed on her. Teo. He leaned in, holding her gently. "You said you wouldn't come," she murmured, confused. "It's so late," he replied softly, firmly. "I missed you, so I came." She blinked, astonished. "At this hour?" "Yes. You're not well." Hailey's eyes widened, but there was no rejection. He moved even closer, and she blushed deeply. As he embraced her, she tried to protest, her voice weak. "You just arrived. Are you really doing this?" Teo looked at her intensely, lips curved in a teasing smile. "You're not asking me to stop." He brought his face close to hers. "Just say the word, and I will stop." Hailey, however, said nothing, remaining there, heart racing, unable to resist. Teo then lifted her into his arms, and the night silence was filled only by their quiet breathing. He spoke as if forgiving, but his hands showed no mercy. Why? Because he was so skilled at it. Then, seeing the time on his wrist, Hyla felt fear at what it implied. Remembering her suspicions, she gripped his arm, stood, and moved away, looking at him seriously. "Teo, what on earth are you doing?" He only smiled. "Answer me." He touched her face, laughing softly. "Do you really want to know?" He drew her closer and whispered, "If you find out, you'll end up crying, but if you want, I'll tell you." Breathing heavily, she asked, "Tell me, Hailey, do you really want to know?" She suddenly woke, completely flushed, standing up sweaty and with a racing heart, her phone lighting up with a notification. Catching her attention, Teo by his motorcycle sent a message saying he just left work. "Hope you're having sweet dreams," accompanied by an emoji. It was early morning, 3:30 a.m. The chapter ends with Teo staring at the phone in silence. Well, everyone, here's the compilation with all the chapters, and next week there will be more. From now on, I'll post weekly chapters only here. Thanks to everyone who came. Leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss the continuations and the new works I'll bring here. That's all, see you next time.